Hello, thank you for joining me. Again, Senator John McCain seems to be having a very tough time lately with his constituents. Just of recent, a Syrian refugee, a Syrian woman, in one of Senator John McCain's town hall meeting, said this.
Care about these people, that's fine with me, ma'am.
That's pretty insulting.
Certainly is.
Where do you come off?
Hi, Mr. McCain.
Yes, ma'am. You are very eager.
Hi, Senator McCain. My name is Jumana, and I met you years ago, and I've always been a loyal supporter of you. I've always been a loyal supporter of you since the Keating Five. I go that back. Anyway, the point is right now, no one's denying there's a lot of atrocities being committed in Syria, whether on the rebel side or whether on the other side as well. The point is there is a good option to what could happen in Syria. For me to listen to you saying there is no good option, I refuse to believe that. The good option right now is to take Saudi Arabia and Iran and force them to stop supporting the two sides in Syria. And you could do it. You can do it by diplomacy and negotiation, not bombs, Senator McCain. We cannot afford to shed more Syrian blood. Personally speaking, I have a cousin who is 18 years old, just was killed 10 days ago by the so-called rebels and Al-Qaeda, and they're not Syrian. They're coming to Syria from all over the world to fight this. We cannot afford to do that. We cannot afford to turn Syria into another Iraq or Afghanistan. I beg you. My family is there. There's so many good Syrians. The majority of the Syrian people want to save their country. And you need to also listen to the majority of the American people who do not want you to go there. This is not an issue that we could take so lightly, Senator McCain. Enough is enough. We do not want another engagement in the Middle East. We don't want Al-Qaeda to take over. We don't, whether you like Bashar al-Assad or not, I am not a fan either. But at least he has a secular government going on over there. It is secular, Senator McCain. We are a minority over there. We are the minority Christians who are unfortunately, by you and so many in the Senate, are just considering us as collateral damages. And I refuse to believe that. I refuse that because I could trace my family's name to the Bible. We were there from the beginning of humanity, we were there. And we refuse to be forced to leave and flee and be considered a collateral damage.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for your passionate plea. Thank you for your very compelling and emotional statement. And all I can tell you is that I, too, have been to Syria. I, too, know the people who are fighting there. I've met them. I know them. And I know who they are. And I know Syria well enough to know that it is a moderate nation. It is not a nation that will embrace these foreign fighters.
And likewise, in another town hall, a patriot said this to Senator John McCain. You watch.
Hi, Mr. McCain. I mean this with all due respect, sir, as an elected official for our country. We, the people, elected you to be representative of the people and against this and for this great nation. But for far too long now, and the rest of Congress, including the executive branch of government, along with the judicial and legislative, have turned your back on the American people and their core values and principles. I can say with great confidence and speak on behalf of all Americans that your actions against this country are treasonous. All of you, against the will of the American people, have aided and abetted the enemy. You and the rest of Congress, including the President of the United States, have went against the will of your people. In Syria, regardless of your position and vote, whether it is a yes or no, is still a political smokescreen, I believe. Wholeheartedly, you do not care about the will and well-being of the America or its people. You lied to the American people about the chemical attacks in Syria, The American people know that it was our government that is most likely responsible. There is strong evidence, including video, that these attacks were carried out by Al-Qaeda. And you advocate starting a war, even maybe world war, by taking the same attack and blaming it on Assad. President Barack Hussein Obama has been supporting terrorism. The United States has been funding and aiding organizations, including the Muslim Brotherhood and Al-Qaeda, for many years now. The same enemy we're supposed to be defeating on the battlefield. At least one country in this world stood up against this government terrorism that you guys support in Egypt. The people of Egypt throughout Mohammed Morsi, which Obama supported as well, as countless Christians have lost their lives under evil people such as this. You swore an oath to protect us and protect from all enemies, both foreign and domestic. The simple irony is the domestic enemy now in this country is the people and government of the United States. And McCain and you and the rest of our leaders are accountable for their actions. It's too bad someone like me is not in office to hold you accountable, because if I was in a position of power or authority, I would have you all arrested and tried for treason against my country under the grounds of 18 U.S.C. 2381 treason U.S. Code. Whoever owing allegiance to the United States levies war against them or adheres to their enemies, giving them aid and comfort within the United States or elsewhere, is guilty of treason. That is the code. The American people are sick of it. This country rose up against you recently. The ratio, hang on, I have a right of free speech. I can finish. The American people opposed to going to war with Syria, which includes many Marines and other veterans by the thousands, was 499 to 1. That is 99% of the people of this country. So if you and the rest of this government are truly for the American people and representatives of us, I suggest this time you listen, because nobody wants another war or strike in Syria or anywhere else. Bring our brothers and sisters home. I am truly disgusted that you people are my leaders.
Now, I want you all to be the judge. For some reason, what is wrong with Senator John McCain? Why is he so obsessed with intervention, with war, with regime change? He wants America to go into war with Iran. He wants America to go into war with Syria. He wants America to go into war with North Korea. He wants America to start fighting Russia today and tomorrow. Senator John McCain, what is wrong with you? How old are you? You're a grandfather. You are creating unnecessary trouble and problems for my generation. Give us a space. We are not interested in your Cold War anymore. We are not interested in your conflicts. We are not interested in your war. Leave us alone. We want to have a world where we can live at peace with ourselves. You went to Syria with Marco Rubio and Lindsey Graham and McCurk, took pictures with ISIS, came back here, called them your best friends, those that you speak to always, all the time. You have their direct contact number. You pressured the United States to give them weapons, lethal weapons, and now you want to turn back and make us believe that Assad is a bad man, that Russia is bad people, that Putin is a wicked monster. That's exactly the same thing you are doing. That's what you are condemning others for. Just that others did not do what you did. Give us a space, Senator. Enough. Please stay tuned.